Happy first day of summer, everyone. We are officially here and we have officially arrived at the first day of summer. Can't even believe we are already halfway through 2023. But here we are, and this is a very, very special day. And I wanted to hop on and just share some quick thoughts about what you can kind of do to make the most of this energy today and how you could really take advantage of it. This is the day when the light is the longest on the planet, right? Not everywhere on the planet, of course, but in the Northern Hemisphere, the light is definitely at its brightest. The sun will be up for the longest period of time today. And with that, the sun is really the highlight or the big, I guess the highlighted energy really that we can be looking at. There's a lot of different planets doing different things and stuff, but today on the solstice, this is really about the sun, right? This is about the sun emerging and the sun really shining a light onto so many different areas of our lives. It is bringing in this beautiful energy of abundance and of prosperity and of having more and just being able to do more. Actually, there's hugely inspirational energy, and the fire energy is also bringing us a lot of fire to get going on certain things, to get going on certain projects perhaps that we've procrastinated about, or just even projects that we were having a difficult time getting off the ground or getting started with. Those things are definitely going to be receiving a boost of energy with all of this fire energy here. And even though we're actually stepping into the sign or moving into the sign of Cancer now, we are still, and Cancer is a water sign, there's still an immense amount of fire energy here with today's solstice. So I already have like my lentils cooking. I always make a lentil dish during solstice times. Anytime we're in equinox, whether it be spring, summer, fall, or winter equinox, I always cook lentils. It's a tradition. It's also a kind of like a little ritual I do, which helps to manifest and to bring in more money, more pentacles, right? That's what lentils represent, is money and pentacles. And while we are also still in the North Node Taurus energy, because North Node will be moving into the sign of Aries in July 17, 18. And that's going to be a huge shift energetically. So while we are actually still in this Taurus energy, Taurus energy is building time. So this solstice today is giving this extra power, this extra lift to anything that you want to build, anything that you want to start building at this time. Like, solstice energy is always a wonderful time to begin new things. Begin something today that you really want to take off, something that you really want to have momentum with, because the momentum is actually going to build because of this solstice energy today. So it's going to give it like an extra push and create more of a momentum than it would otherwise if you were to start something on a different day. So take advantage of this energy. It's a really, really great time, like I said, to do a lot of new things. Also a wonderful time to set intentions. I really would like to have a fire this evening, so I'm going to try and have a fire ceremony. In my fire ceremonies during equinoxes, I always create a list of things that I just don't resonate with anymore. And this could be thought patterns, this could be bad habits, this could be poor eating habits, or not enough exercise, or whatever, really, absolutely anything and everything that has to do with your well-being. Think of all of the things that are not in your well-being or not for your highest good, and write a list of those things and burn that today, because this fire energy will amplify the release of that. It will support the release of that today in a very huge way. So especially with the new moon that we just had, coupled with this energy, so between like the new moon and then the Gemini new moon that we just had the other day, and then now we have like the solstice between this time period too, there's been such a rise in energy. There's a huge shift that I'm really noticing just in general. Like, it's like energy, it's in the air. There's a huge shift that has to do with expanding and opening and raising the vibration. And I keep seeing things about the crystal grid is changing and is restructuring itself slightly and moving things in different directions. Once the crystal grid really solidifies into this new energy, this new 5D energy, and as we energetically are swept up by this, of course, because we're swimming in this soup of energy, right? Then you're going to notice that things are really going to start shifting and moving in directions that you may not have expected them to move before. So it's just an amplification of power. Today is an exceptional amplification of power and of resourcefulness. This is truly, it's just bringing clarity. It's bringing an openness. It's bringing this energy of like, go for it, don't hesitate. It's like, stop playing it small, stop playing small, stop thinking that you're not good enough or this or that. Like, this is not the time to be doubting ourselves. It is not the time to be, questioning whether we're capable of doing something. This is the time to actually take ownership and take responsibility for something that you really truly want in your life, and just go for it and have the courage and the willingness to go for it. Because something I'm also recognizing within my own life, and that this energy is really bringing up and bubbling up for me personally at this time, is this energy of just like, I'm tired of sitting on the sidelines. Like, I'm tired of not fully being willing or daring to, daring enough to go for certain things that I really want in my life, and having certain thoughts or limiting thinking patterns that are keeping me stuck, right? That are just keeping me in this place of like, oh, you can't have that. And that like busted through for me yesterday. I felt this huge release around that yesterday. So that was the solstice energy. I could tell last night already I was feeling huge solstice energy. So it's moving us into the direction of our dreams, our desires, and our goals. That's what solstice energy is doing. So you can amplify that by affirming those dreams, desires, and goals today. And I was doing that last night as well, by simply saying them, by having I am affirmations and stating them. Write a list for yourself if you need to, but use this time wisely and use it to your best advantage, because you can really start to get momentum with something. Like, today is a great day to start a workout routine, for example, like a really, really good time to, and even if you can't get much done, even if you're like right at the beginning, you're like, oh my God, I don't really have energy to do this. That's okay, but do something, even if it's just a short walk, even if it's 10 squats, or I don't care what it is, but just do a little bit of something so that it can start to build and pick up momentum. Because today is, like I said, momentum is amplified. So it's a wonderful day to start these kind of things. Anything and everything that is helping you to move forward are the things that you're going to want to start today. So don't hesitate, don't delay, and make sure that you take some time out to declare your I am affirmations. It's a declaration. It really truly is. And I already wrote some stuff on the whiteboard for myself last night about declaring that I'm going to be, a certain type of businesswoman, because that's who I know I can be. I just have been perhaps afraid to become her fully embodied. So that is something, and that is someone. It is a version of myself that I'm now choosing to embody wholeheartedly, because I know I have it in me. Even though our thoughts might convince us otherwise, I know I have it in me to accomplish whatever I truly set my mind to. And so are you. You're 100% capable of accomplishing anything that you set your mind to. Yes, it's going to take work. Yes, it's going to take commitment. And yes, it's going to take some effort on your part. But you're not going to mind putting in the effort, and you're not going to mind putting in the work when it comes from your soul, because the sun is also asking us today to tune into the vibration of our own soul. So what is it for you specifically that you really desire to get into? What lifts you? What excites you? What brings you that fulfillment and that peace and that creativity, that when you're doing it, you just feel so much in the flow? What is that thing that puts you into a state of flow where there is no resistance because you just love what you're doing? That is the thing to identify, to find, and to try and take even one small step in that direction today, and it will really help to line you up with that so that you have more courage and more wisdom to go for it. So allow yourselves allow yourselves to really just be in the flow today and really listen to your intuition, tune into that intuition and see where it wants to guide you. And what do you need at this time to truly feel fulfilled? That is definitely something I was thinking about last night while I was sitting out on my back deck, and there was quite a few things that came to mind, and I'm like, wow, like these are all things that I can do. There's so many different things, like what I do for a living, and just how to expand even this and what I do, right? There's so many different things that came up that I can now honestly say that I have way more willingness to go for it. It's like the fear has dissipated. The fear is really just falling away from me more and more as we get into this year. It's been such an interesting year. So the less fear I have, the more committed I feel to the things that I really, really want to go for, like those big dreams and goals that I have. And I always notice that the only thing that's ever in the way is fear. That's it. That's the only thing that ever stops me from really doing anything. It's because even if I'm lacking knowledge in something and I don't know how to do it necessarily, I can learn, right? But am I afraid to learn? Am I afraid to go for it? Am I afraid to try? Am I afraid of failure, right? Because those are the things usually that stop us and make us hit the brakes. So don't let those things stop you today. Don't allow the brakes to come on. You just have to push through. And I hope you're feeling energized, and I hope you guys are feeling the wonderful energy that is here today, the way that I'm feeling it. Just really enjoy this day, enjoy this energy, be happy, choose to be happy, and choose to focus on all of the wonderful things that are now here for you, now available for you. All you have to do is align. All you have to do is go for it. All you have to do is take that first step. That's it. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and please hit a like on your way out if you appreciate my videos. And I also would really, really appreciate you guys supporting the channel by hitting the subscribe button and the little bell notification so that you get notified every time I post new content. Thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Happy first day of summer.